No, they're not very late.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. 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 שלום עליכם, 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 שלום עליכם. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. שבת אחים גם יחד.
What about now? Can you hear me now? So, as I was saying, the marathon is not over, but we are getting there. So today we're celebrating Sukkot. We're having the service here, but weather allowing, we'll have the bracha down at the sukkah. We start the service lighting candles on page 384. So try once with this. You're right first. Yeah. Let's take this one, and if you pick one of these and read it before your lights.
Okay. Help me perfect my ways of loving and caring. Inspire me to make myself whole, so that I may honor your name and create a world of justice and peace. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shekiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu, ne'adlik ner shel Yom Tov.
Amen. Now read this until before blessed.
Okay. May these festival lights open your eyes to the joy in life, beauties that delight the eye, freedom to be ourselves, the knowledge of Torah that shapes our moral being, the heritage of celebration that unites us as a people.
Page 385, the very last line. Shechianu. Chag Sameach, Yasher Koach.
שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן
we turn to page 389. Tonight, let our shelters be strung with the finest fruits of creation, love, fertility, prosperity, and wisdom. Let us promise to feed the hungry. Let our harvest bring peace. We turn to page 392. Chetzi Kaddish, please stand. Remain standing, page 393. Teach me, O God, a blessing, a prayer on the mystery of a withered leaf, on ripened fruit so fair, on the freedom to see, to sense, to breathe, to know, to hope, to despair. Teach my lips a blessing, a hymn of praise, as each morning and night you renew your days. Let my day today be as the one before. Let routine set my ways. Be seated. Page 396. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro mariv aravim, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונה משנה עתים ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולל אור מפני חושך וחושך מפני אור. ומעביר יום ומביא לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ולילה, אדוני צבאות שמו. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. Page 398, אהבת עולם.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, אבותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו, ויורך ימינו, ולהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Please stand for the Shema Israel on page 400. Page 402. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand and let them be a symbol before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Adonai said to Moshe, speak to the Israelite people and instruct them to make for themselves fringes on the corners of their garments throughout the ages. Let them attach a cord of blue to the fringe at each corner. That shall be your fringe. Look at it and recall all of God's commandments and observe them, so that you do not follow your heart and eyes in your lustful urge. Thus you shall remember to observe all of my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ani Adonai Elohechem. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem emet. You may be seated. אמת ואמונה, כל זאת וקיים עלינו, כי הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואין זולתו, ואנחנו ישראל עמו. At the bottom of page 404, and they accepted your sovereignty. Moshe, Miriam, and all of Israel sung to you together, lifting their voices joyously. Page 406, Mi Chamocha.
מי כמוך פעילים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורות תהילות אוסף אלה, נורות תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף אלה. מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, nor tehilot or sefele, nor tehilot or sefele, or sefele, malchutecha ra'u vanecha, bokeh hayom lifnei Moshe ומרים, זה לי אנו ואנו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, נורא תהילות אוסף אלה, אוסף
So, what book do we read on Purim? Megillat Esther. And what book do we read on Pesach? What Megillah? No, Esther was Purim. So on Pesach we read Shir HaShirim, the Song of Songs. And on Shavuot is also easy. Ruth, Megillat Ruth. And in Sukkot, Diane, for those who work here on Saturday morning, Diane suggested that I should read that specific book because of the conversation that we had on Shabbat morning. So that's Kohelet, Ecclesiastes. So from the book of Ecclesiastes, there's kind of a certain nihilism to Ecclesiastes. Page 407, Lechol zman va'et, lechol chefetz tachat hashamayim. A season is set for everything, a time for every experience under heaven. For those who remember, I think it was for this week, right? Because I wrote it a while ago. But for this week's Adkan, the one that was sent before Yom Kippur, I quoted from Yehuda Mihai, that says that we need to do everything at the same time and that Kohelet was wrong. So this is the verse that Yehuda Mihai was arguing with. Page 408, Ashkiveinu, grant Adonai our God that we lie down in peace and raise us up, O our sovereign, to life renewed. With that idea, let's sing Ashkiveinu on page 408.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום, לשלום, והעמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך.
ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ותקננו בצע טובה מלפניך, והושיענו למען שמך, והגן בידינו, והסר מעלינו אויב, דבר וחרב ורע ויגון, והרחק ממנו עוון ופשע, ובצל כנפיך תסתירנו, כי אל שומרנו מצילנו אתה, כי אל חנון ורחום אתה, ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ולשלום, מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים. Amen. Page 410, the second paragraph. וידבר משה. Please stand.
וידבר משה את מועדי אדוני אל בני ישראל, ישראל, אל בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אל בני ישראל, ישראל.
Page 413. Into this sanctuary we have brought the symbols of Sukkot. The lulav that resembles the human spine. May we stand straight with courage and integrity. The myrtle whose leaves are shaped like eyes. These are the myrtle. May we behold the beauty and grandeur of the universe. The willow whose leaves resemble human lips, may we offer enduring words. The etrog, shaped like the human heart, may love guide us from selfishness to service. God of Israel, let our senses be filled with love for you and your will. Let our harvest be shared with all. We turn to page 468. For the Amidah, please remain standing.
Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah.
אמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה.
Page 472. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. Page 473. Your might, O God, renews the earth. With the dew of light and blessing, let the earth be illumined and blessed. With the dew of joy and delight, let the earth rejoice and sing out. With the dew of life and well-being, let the earth be revived and improved. With the dew of redemption, let the earth be redeemed. Levracha velo liklala, lechaim velo lamavet, lasova velo lerazon. For blessing and not for curse, for life and not for death, for abundance and not for want. Page 474. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום מחוללו הסלע, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Then page 478. אתה וחתנו.
אתה וחתנו מכל העמים, אהבת אותנו ורצית בנו, ורוממתנו מכל הלשונות, וקידשתנו במצוותיך, וקרבתנו מלכנו לעבודתך, ושמך גדול והקדוש עלינו הרעת.
In your love, Adonai our God, you have given us feasts of gladness and seasons of joy. This festival of Chag Sukkot hazeh man simchateinu, Sukkot, season of our rejoicing, to unite in worship and recall the Exodus from Egypt. Page 479. One does not travel to Jerusalem, one returns, one ascends the road taken by generations, the path of longing on the way to redemption. One brings rucksacks stuffed with memories to each mountain and each hill. In the cobbled wide alleyways, one offers a blessing for memories of the past which have been renewed. One does not travel to Jerusalem, one returns. Eloheinu v'Elokei Avoteinu v'Imotenu, our God and God of our ancestors, be mindful of your people Israel, and recall our merit for good and grace, and loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Sukkot, Chag Sukkot hazeh. Zochreinu Adonai Eloheinu bo letovah, this day remember us for well-being. Ufokdeinu vo livraha, this day bless us with your nearness. V'oshienu vo lechaim, this day help us to a fuller life. Amen. Page 482. והושיענו אדוני אלוהינו את ברכת מועדיך לחיים ולשלום, לשמחה ולששון, כאשר רצית ואמרת לברכנו. Bestow upon us the blessing of your holy festivals, and may we so celebrate them as to be worthy of your blessings. Our God and God of our ancestors, Eloheinu ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha, make us holy with your mitzvot, and let your Torah be our way of life. May our rest on this day be pleasing in your sight. Satisfy us with your goodness, gladden us with your salvation, and purify our hearts to serve you in truth. May your festivals remain our heritage, and let us celebrate them with joy, so that all Israel, hallowing your name, may have cause to rejoice. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh Israel v'hazmanim. רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל ותפילתה באהבה תקבל, ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך, אל קרוב לכל קוראיו, פנה אל עבדיך וחוננו, שפוך רוחך עלינו ותחזינה עינינו בשובך לציון ברחמים. ברוך אתה אדוני המחזיר שכינתו לציון. מודים אנחנו לך שאתה הוא אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו לעולם ועד. We acknowledge with thanks that you are our eternal God and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles that we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. For all these things, O Sovereign, let your name be forever praised and blessed, O God, our Redeemer and Helper. Let all who love affirm you and praise your name in truth. Baruch atah Adonai, atov shemcha v'lecha na'eh leodot. Page 488, Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki ata Melech Adon lechol hashalom. Ki ata Melech Adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. וטוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
We'll take a minute or two of silence to allow each one for their personal connection with the divine, and we'll resume shortly.
יעשה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. ואמרו אמן.
And you may be seated. Chag Sameach. Tonight, we'll step out of our sturdy room, into a shelter that's, well, weather allowing, we will step out of this sturdy room into a shelter that welcomes the wind, the stars, the rain. And do you know why we do that? Because it says in Torah. In Torah, it is written that we have to spend 7 days in Sukkot. Now, the Talmud asks the deceptively simple question, what does the Torah mean by Sukkot? Seems kind of simple, right? What does the Torah mean by Sukkot? Anyone? Sorry? I can hear you.
A flimsy existence and to lean into God.
No, but like you'd think the why. I'm asking the what. What are these Sukkot the Torah tells us to live 7 days in? Booths. Okay, everyone agrees with Michelle. Everyone.
Yes, why not?
Is there any disagreement? Sorry? A tent, yeah, but like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Like, any other ideas? What? We need disagreement for this to be a Jewish space of, you know? I need to? You need to see the stars. So, how does that answer the question of what is a sukkah?
Strong enough to stand, but weak enough to blow over.
Okay, so let's see how the Talmud develops this argument. The Talmud asks a deceptively simple question: what does the Torah mean by Sukkot? On the Talmud tractate Sukkah, page 11b, we find 2 voices. Rabbi Eliezer teaches the Sukkot were the Ananei HaKavod, the clouds of glory that robbed our ancestors in divine care in the wilderness. So no boots, no tents. The clouds of glory. And for those of you who think, oh, how stupid can that be? We just prayed Ashkivenu. At the end of Ashkivenu, we ask for Sukkat Shalom. Do we mean a sukkah that we need to go with nails and a hammer to build, and that sukkah will be the sukkah of peace? Or is more like of a metaphorical protection? So Rabbi Eliezer He goes from the beginning. He doesn't need a Sukkot Shalom to be metaphorical. He says Sukkah is the divine protection through the clouds of glory that God provided to the Israelites in the desert. They didn't need boots or tents. All they needed was the divine protection, and that it was symbolized by the clouds of glory. Rabbi Akiva, on the other hand, answers that they were Sukkot Mamash. They were actually boots. Real huts of wood and brush built with human hands. These two teachings give us a map for Sukkot. Rabbi Eliezer calls us to trust, to cultivate a spiritual life thick with awareness that we are held. Rabbi Akiva calls us to responsibility, to build structures that keep people safe, fed, warm, and seen. Spiritual well-being and physical security are not rivals. They belong together in this fragile little house. If we listen to Rabbi Eliezer alone, we might drift into a faith so airy that it forgets bodies. We could speak beautifully about God's presence and ignore the person shivering in the night. If we listen only to Rabbi Akiva, we might build perfect huts and lose the reason we build them. We could win every battle for survival and forget what survival is for. Sukkot teaches the choreography between the two. The roof must be porous enough to see the heavens, yet thick enough to cast shades. We do not sleep entirely exposed, and we do not close ourselves off completely. The mitzvah itself encodes the balance. So what is this week asking of us, here and now? First, to say clearly that the mere physical survival of the Jewish people is not enough. Our tradition calls us to sanctify life with justice, compassion, humility, and joy. A people that survives without practicing its values has missed its own destination. The clouds of glory are not nostalgia. They are a demand that our communities become canopies of care, places where the lonely are welcomed, the anxious are comforted, and the powerful are reminded that strength is for service. Second, to say with equal clarity that values cannot be lived when existence is under threat. Rabbi Akiva's huts are not optional. We need safe homes and neighborhoods, initiatives that protect the vulnerable, and courage to defend human dignity. We also need the communal infrastructure that allows Jewish life to thrive, practical systems of security and safeguarding, networks of chesed and mental health support. There is no Judaism without Jewish life, and there's no Jewish life worthy of the name without Judaism. The practice of shaking the four species. Let me put 4 here. The practice of shaking the 4 species. Help us practice the same truth. We bring together species that grow in different terrains and hold different textures. None is complete on its own. Together they become a blessing. Bring heart and spine, courage and tenderness, skill and prayer. Bring Rabbi Akiva's practicality and Rabbi Eliezer's faith. Shake them in all directions, because holiness is not confined to a single point on the compass. When we welcome Ushpizin, guests of spirit and flesh, we repeat the lesson again. Abraham enters with hospitality. Miriam enters with song. Ruth enters with loyalty. Invite them all. Then invite the neighbor you barely know, the person you have not called, the person whose story is unlike yours. Real huts become clouds of glory when their doors are open. This week we sit under this woven sky. Let us choose a path that holds both truths. We will work for physical safety for all who dwell with us. We'll also hold fast to Judaism that heals, elevates, and critiques. A Judaism that remembers the stranger and refuses to trade conscience for comfort. We'll build huts and we will weave clouds. May Sukkah steady our hands and widen our hearts. May God spread over us the Sukkot Shalom, the shelter of peace, and may the joy of this festival give us strength to protect life and the wisdom to fill that life with meaning. Chag Sameach. We'll resume the service on page 586, or maybe 587, with Aleinu. And do we have, let me see. Hello, hello. Hey.
It says Alon stop. Just says stop.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, לייחד את שמו, וגורלנו להמליך מלכותו, להמליך מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד, ושמו אחד.
So let's go to page 371 for the Mishaberach Lacholim, the prayer for those in need of healing. משברך אבותינו, אברהם, יצחק ויעקב, אמותינו, שרה, רבקה, רחל ולאה, הוא יברך את החולים. David Kruger, David Ben Leah, son of Lydia Kruger, Alan Jewson, father of Christy Collier, Yair Shamia, Yair Ben Menashe Veshula, John Paul, Yonatan Ben Yosef, Rona Lev, Hannah Hasia, Bat Kalman Verachel, Lisa Leibov, Leah Bat Mincha, mother of Jesse Leibov, Amanda Banfield, sister of Michelle Fryer, Jack Tabak, Yaakov Mordechai Ben Pinchas, Marissa Unterslak, friend of Richard Harris, Paul Rubin, Velvel Ben Avraham, son of Tony Rubin, Mary Jeffrey, mother of Amanda Jeffrey, Naomi Schmidt, Nehama Sora Bat Chana, mother of Brenda Resnick, Lindsay Trope, grandmother of Shannon Trope, and Bianca Juten, Bat Avraham Vesara. As my arm and my eyes move across the congregation, if you'd like to add any name to our lists of people in need of healing, please feel free to say the name as your eyes meet mine. Michal Bat. הקדוש ברוך הוא ימלא רחמים עליכם, להחלימם, לרפאותם, להחזיקם, וישלח להם מהרה רפואה, רפואה שלמה מן השמיים, רפואת הנפש ורפואת הגוף, עשתה בגלה ובזמן קריב, ונאמר אמן. Now we may close the ark. יישר כוח, חג שמח, חג שמח. Very good. חג שמח. You may be seated. Page 594, text number 5. It is a beautiful thing to love what death can touch, a fearful thing to love, hope, dream, to be, and oh, to lose. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was given to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. This a human thing, love, a holy thing to love, what death has touched. Today, as we say the Kaddish, we honor those who have passed away recently. Martin Bordenstein, founder member of Beit David, father of Maxine Windrum, Natalie, Philip, and Lawrence, and grandfather of Gemma, Shane, Elia, Kayla, and Ryan. Mark Garb, husband of Linda, father of Natalie Moscow, and grandfather of Erin and Danielle. Ron Klippen, mourned by his wife Michelle, son and daughter-in-law Joshua and Natasha, and grandsons Noah and Raphael. We also remember those who have passed at this season in years past: Norma Taylor, mother of Michelle Ross and grandmother of Warren Ross. The funeral of the late Louise Friedman, who passed away this morning, will take place on Thursday, the 9th of October at 11 a.m. at West Park Cemetery. Our condolences to Louise's children, Kate and Matthew, in Israel. Also, Glynis, do you know her husband's name? I found out that's... No? So, to Louise's children, Kate and Matthew, and her husband, who all live in Israel. We also remember those who lost their lives in wars and those who have no one to remember them. If you are observing Yortzites or Shiva or Shloshim, please stand first. Another community acknowledge. We all stand in solidarity on page 598 as we say, יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חילותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב אמרו אמן. יחי שמי רבה מברך לעולם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה על שמי דקודשה בריחו, לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יחי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל ואמרו אמן. You may be seated. Tomorrow morning, Shaharit LeSukkot, the morning service for Sukkot, will be a joint service at Beit Emmanuel starting at 9:30. Starting at 9:30. Michelle and Charles invite you all to a Horan Havdalah at their house in the Sukkah this Saturday, the 11th of April at 4 p.m. Phone or email the office for details. Or maybe ask Michelle and Charles, who are here today. But join us after the service is over in the Sukkah for a brocha and Chag Sukkot Sameach. We finish the service at page 625 with Adon Olam.
Adon Olam, Hashem Malach, B'Terem Kol Yitzini Adon Olam, Leit Nasa, B'Chef Sukkot, Azai Melech Shemanik Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Hashem Malach, B'Terem Kol Yitzini Leit Nasa, B'Chef Sukkot, Azai Melech Shemanik V'Yacharei Kiklot Hakol, Levach Adoyim Lok Nara Adon Olam, V'Hu Haya, V'Hu Hover, V'Hu Yeh B'Tzifara Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Hashem Malach, B'Terem Kol Yitzini Leit Nasa, B'Chef Sukkot, Azai Melech Shemo Nikra, V'Hu Echad V'Ein Sheni, L'Ham Shelo L'Hachbiro Adon Olam, B'Li Reshit, B'Li Tachlit, V'Lo Es V'Hamizrach Adon Olam, Adon Olam, Hashem Malach, B'Terem Kol Yitzini Leit Anochi Geviati Adonai li v'lo yira Adonai Olam Hashem Malach Terem kol yitzini ra Leit nasar v'kev sakor Azai melech Shemoni